Hi, so this video we're going to do the one leg stretch or single leg stretch as is also known. We're going to start lying on your back. Okay, so we're kind of now gathering all the things that we've been learning since we started with the 100. So we're increasing our awareness of our lower back and our pelvis and our spine and folding here from the top of the leg. So we're just recapping. So when you bend your knees, if you press your feet into the floor and your lower back flattens, then relax your feet and the lower back arches. So you get space here, you can put your hands all the way through, probably. And when you push your feet back into the floor and your back flattens, you wouldn't be able to get your hand back out again. It squashed my hand. And then you let go. So you just do a few of those, just a few repetitions to notice. If you were lying on a clock face, you'd be going from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And can you allow your head to move as well? So you're not holding on to anything in the neck or your shoulders. You feel that that movement can go all the way up into the neck. And then let the feet just relax there for a moment and just allow the movement just goes from right to left, so you get a little bit of rocking from right to left. It's quite a subtle movement. Can you do it without your knees going with you? As if you're going from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And then come back and find the middle. And sometimes I find that we're just doing a few of those repetitions, the middle just finds itself, so you haven't got to think about where neutral pelvis is and trying to keep middle. But if you're still not sure, you can use your navel, your belly button as feedback. If you had water in it, would it stay level? If your back was flat, if you've got a flatter curve in your back, then that water would tip towards you. And if you've got a navel that goes that way towards your knees, you've probably got more of an arch. So you're finding halfway. Okay, so noticing where the legs fold, where the leg meets the pelvis, and you've got this crease here, like if you're a piece of paper and you folded the crease. You're going to let one leg slide away, and then you're going to bring the heel back to your sit bone. I'm going to stay on this leg, just sliding away, so don't overcomplicate it, and then bring it back in. And feel that you're bringing the leg back in from up here, maybe where your ribs are, where your ribs meet each other here in the front of the body. Can you notice that joint, that area, not joint, that area, and where the opposite side of that's what I'm trying to say. So the opposite side of there, can you feel that in that part of your back is where you're trying to pull the leg in from, as if the leg starts up here. Can you imagine that? Your legs are longer than you think they are. So I like to use a little image, that imagining that at the top here, where my hand is here, is like the top of the reel of a fishing rod, and this is the fishing rod here, and my foot is the fish, and I'm just reeling in the fish. And then we're going to change legs. So the other side reaches away and then comes back in. So if I let this leg go, then you can't really see it. You don't have to see what I'm doing, you can have to listen to my voice. So again, feeling that that's coming from up here somewhere around your rib cage. And is it any different on this side to the other side? Maybe sometimes on one side the leg feels a little bit shaky or a little bit wobbly and the pelvis starts to roll a little bit. So just notice if on one side it feels like that. And then you come back to the middle. And then you're going to pick up this first leg, the starting leg. Now if you can't do this, if this feels too much, then you're going to stick with what we just did, and you can alternate from right to left. Yes, trying to keep this pelvis steady and the navel in that level position with a relaxed jaw, and don't hold your breath. But if you're okay picking up the foot, we're going to lengthen one leg away and then bring it back in, as if you're trying to press the big toe away from you, as if it's got paint on the top of your big toe, and you're going to put that paint, a little dot on the coving where your wall meets your ceiling. So the knees are going to be side by side when you do that. And then we'll change legs, putting that foot down, changing legs, lengthening through the toe to the knee to the hip. So you can see when this leg goes away, it's level with this knee. So it's not too low and it's not too high. It's in the middle. But if you do find this tricky, if you want to go straight up to the ceiling, that's perfectly fine. You can go straight up and then come back down towards your face with your knee. And then you put your foot down. And that's beginning the single leg stretch, yes? So trying to find this stability, noticing the stability around here in your abdominals, in your pelvis, in your spine. So there's not too much rocking and rolling going on here. So you don't want the hips to feel that they need to compress in order to find that. Or if your chin lifts, you're not trying to compress your neck to find any stability that we haven't quite got around here. So slowing it down, being aware of what's going on before you go into the whole thing. It's not trying to do the whole movement all at once and feeling that you're trying to, I've got to do the whole movement, otherwise I'm useless. So pare it back, feel what's going on, notice and earn that stability before you go into the next stage. Happy practicing.